Firefighters in Wiltshire fear they'll be asked to live at their station for days at a time under proposals by managers. The county's chief fire officer says he must cut nearly £2 million from his budget.
Frontline fire crews will be reduced and equipment mothballed. The Fire Brigades Union says it's the biggest change for 70 years. Jonty Messer reports.
We've got a real issue with the fact that they want to decrease the number of whole-time firefighters.
Union reps say these crews are no longer just fighting fires, but also fighting cuts coming their way.
These cuts for Wiltshire are the biggest changes this brigade has seen for nearly 70 years. This affects all aspects of the service. They retain the whole time, the way we train, the way we work, our family lives.
The proposals are just at consultation stage, but they include losing 1 in 6 frontline posts, although some of these reductions have already been made, cuts to the number of retained firefighters on call, reducing the service's aerial appliances from 2 to 1, removing all 4 emergency tenders, replacing them with a so-called operational support unit, and asking firefighters to sleep at some fire stations when off duty.
The personnel would literally be on station from 7 in the morning till 7 at night, and then they would retire to their, at best, sort of like accommodation in the yard, to then stay there for then up to 4, maybe even 5, maybe even 120 hours. And like I say, there would be visiting times for their families to come and see them.
And what do the firefighters think of that idea?
It's just atrocious, really.
The Chief Fire Officer says he must cut his budget by £1.8 million. He says some equipment costs a lot, but is used little.
We've got 4 emergency support units, and for those 4, for the whole of last year, each on an average turned out 11 times. Now that is, I believe, a waste of public money. It's a waste of keeping those personnel, which could be far better used at the front end initially.
And accommodation at the station. It's been tried elsewhere in Britain. The Chief Fire Officer says it works.
What we're looking at is for them to be able to work during the daytime, and then they will be stood down within accommodation that we'll be providing. So they won't be working through the 96 hours full stop. And in fact, those services which are working it and the staff which are working it actually are very favourable with it, because it gives them that greater flexibility. They are self-rostering.
The consultation continues until June. The Fire Brigades Union is not ruling out industrial action. Jonty Messer for the West Country Tonight.